Well, hello and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge. We are champions from last episode of the Egyptian Premier League. We're going to play the last game of the season today against Wadi Degla, against last year's champions, who, looking at the table, really need 3 points today. They really need the best result they can get to possibly finish second and get Champions League qualification. I don't know who Al Hilal play in their last game of the season. They play Majar El Makassar, who beat us, I think, are mid-table-ish, kind of. 7th, sorry. So that could go either way, but Wadi Degla will definitely want to get 3 points against us. We are in their home ground. We have beat them in the Egyptian Premier League this season once, and we've also beat them in the Egyptian Cup. And the second part of this episode will be in the Egyptian quarter-final cup thingamajig. So let's crack on with it. It is going to be the last game for Diaby, who does start today. It's going to be his last game. He is a player that has come through our youth ranks. This is the season I took over. I brought him from the under-18s, where I think he was 2.5 star at the time, and has risen to 4 star in just 2 seasons, basically. At 18-year-old now, going for £500,000 to Roma in Italy. You can see his stats. He is really, really a fantastic player. He's played a lot of games for me. 4 goals in each season, 6 assists this season, 7 last season, an average rating of 7.17 on both seasons. Obviously today it can go higher or it can drop depending on how today's game goes, but hopefully he gets a good game and grabs a couple of goals. But actually I'm going to make one more change actually. Just going to make one change here. And just going to put him on the bench. Where's Hassan? Stick him on the bench. There you go. Today's team is Salam in goal. Is he 17 or 18 now? I can't remember. He's 17 still. He's now 17-year-old goalkeeper who played a lot of our Confederation Cup games earlier on this season. Is going to start in goal now, a 3-star player. Marous, Mustafa, Syed and Hamad is the back 4. Kalam and Ahmad Salal, another youngster who I'm giving a game to. It's last game of the season. He's only played 2 games from this season. He may go on loan next season and try and develop a little bit better. He's not developed this season like I was hoping he would. And hardly I think game times that probably won't help him. But he's in the team today. Magbi, Diaby and Abraham are midfield 3. And up front is the man that I love, Gamgang. Hopefully we will not lose against Wadi Degla. Obviously the season's over, but they are our rivals. It is a big Cairo derby. The computer it seems to be revving up. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud again. At the moment it's pretty quiet. Fingers crossed it stays that way. But this could be the last time Hassan is in the shirt. Yeah. Is he on the bench? I think he's on the bench, isn't he? I don't think I even started him. I didn't start him, did I? No. But yeah, I'm not going to offer him a new contract. He's going to be leaving as well. And I'm just going to click notes of that. Is he on the bench, Hassan? He's not even on the bench, so he's not even going to start. So there you go. It will not be his last game. He's gone. He's basically gone. That's it for him. We're going to pick up where we left off. I agree. They've not really bought any of that, but we'll go into this game and hopefully, like I said, we'll beat Wadi Degla. We've beaten them twice this season. They beat us early on in the earlier fixture in the league, but we'll see how we get on, and hopefully, we get a decent result out of this and finish our season. There you go, Diaby. I'm sad to see him go, but he has scored his 11th goal of the season, maybe his last goal in a Zamalek shirt as he goes off to Rome and has hopefully a pretty decent career in Italy. Hopefully he does. I mean, at 18-year-old, I'm hoping they give him game time. Computer's now revving up. I'm sure you can hear that. It lasted what? It lasted 3.5 minutes. But look at this strike from Diaby. He's thumped that in. The keeper's tried his best to save it, but he was never saving that one. He's run away to the crowd. Just what we needed. Sad to see him go. I definitely didn't want to see him go, but you just can't keep all the players like that. And hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed, the game gives him game time and he goes and excels into something quite special. Also, the club have a 50% sell-on clause on him, so also for the club as well, hopefully he goes and gets sold for a decent amount of money. But it's been a pretty boring game, bit of drab game, and we're 1-0 up, 45 minutes gone. Half time we're going to come out, maybe get a second hopefully, and just finish the game off, and then go into the last game of this episode, which is in the eighth round of the Egyptian Cup, something like that. I don't think it's the quarterfinal. I think it's the 8th round, whatever that means. To me, it's a quarterfinal, but it's not. I don't know what it means. But 90 minutes have gone. I've not made a substitution. I'm not even going to bother now. With 1 minute to go, it's been an absolute drab game against our rivals, but we have beat them 1-0. I'm sorry that was so boring. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Well done, good win for us, lads. Yeah, 5 minutes in, we've already played one game. This might be a short episode. Right, so it's been kind of a little bit of a break. It's been about 16 to 17 days from the last game against Wadi Degla to this. What is it exactly? I don't know, keep forgetting what it actually is. The Egyptian Cup quarter. Oh, it's the quarterfinal. Yeah, where'd they get 8th final from? It is the quarterfinal against El Mazari. And what has happened in between that is the window's open. The transfer window is strange. It opened the 1st of July. It's strange. It's Egyptian football. It's strange. So the window is now open, and due to that, we've had. Well, we know. Darby was leaving. He's now gone to Rome. He's left. Hassan was released, as I mentioned. He's been here for 11, 12 years. I think he had his testimony last season. Well, beginning of the season just gone. He's been a good player for me, but he wanted about 10 grand a week. I don't want to pay that. As you can see, he doesn't enjoy big matches. He's fairly inconsistent. So even though he's been this huge big player for me and a man that I really respect and our captain and all this, I just didn't want to pay the 10 grand a week. We haven't got the money like the big clubs. We haven't got. No one in Egypt's got money. I thought Egypt was a rich footballing nation. It's not. We have a lot of money this season because I've spent well and I've saved money and I've done this. I've cut costs. The other big clubs are not doing that, and that's why they can't improve their squad. So Hassan's gone. We've replaced him with the target that I found. Well, I knew what was going to happen with Hassan. I knew Hassan was going to leave earlier on in the season, and I spent a couple of months searching, and we have found Allah for him. I'm going to go with pronunciation wise. We bought him for £300,000. I think that was his release clause. He's a very good player. He's not really the replacement for Hassan, because Hassan was more of a ball-winning midfielder. But this is the kind of replacement for Fateh, who we lost in January, if you remember Fateh. Now, Fateh was a playmaker kind of midfielder. So this is the kind of replacement for him. And what we're going to actually do is we're going to replace Hassan with a youngster who I've had earmarked to replace him for a while, Walid Kamal. I think I've been calling Kalam, but it's Kamal, yes, Kamal. And you can see again, when I joined the club 2 years ago now, he was 2-star, and he's now a 3-star, and a pretty decent player. Played just under 39 games for us, and I think can do a decent job in that ball-wing midfield holding role. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to go with today's game. Saim is in goal again. Still going with the young goalkeeper. Why not? Mansour, Mostafa, Sayad, and Hamid. Another thing to mention: Hamid is leaving. Didn't want to sell it. Well, did not want to sell him, or not really a preference. But I brought him in earlier on in this. Well, I brought him in that season, I think, or maybe the other manager did. I don't know. Maybe the other manager did actually before he was sacked. Bought in a free transfer. He's going for £350,000 to Qatar. Yeah, Qatar. If I rejected it, they would have said no. So I had a little bit of a chat with them, and he's 30-year-old. We're going to get £300,000, so it's going to pay for him in that eyes. And I'm going to bring a youth player in to replace him. So who plays on the right hand side? So on the left hand side, we're going to promote Marous to be #1 left back, but his backup is going to be also his namesake Mahmoud Marous, who's a 17-year-old player that's come from our youth prospect, not this season, the season before, and he's, as you can see, just been growing, and I think next season he's ready to play as backup to the other Marous. So he's going to be on the bench today. We're going to give him a game. Let's actually just let's show the team today. Have I shown it? Sorry, I'm not. I'm all over the place. I know. I'm sorry. Kalam and Fahim in the midfield role there. Magbi, Akasoso, Abraham and Kangang up front. Actually, we're going to change things around a little bit. I can't because Kone's injured. So Magbi's going to stay out there and Fateh on the left. And we're going to go with that team and hopefully get through to the semi-final. Fahim needs a goal, and we're going to give him number 4. Why not? There you go, my friend. And let's crack on. With the sale or with the release of Hassan, Kamgang is now our captain. As of yet, I'm saying this with a smile, there is no interest in him. I pray in no interest at all for him. I hope there's no interest whatsoever in him, and we can keep him for next season. Fateh here has signed a new contract. He is now happy to stay. The interest in him has now left. Probably won't stay away for a while because he's 19-year-old and he's growing at a rapid rate. So we're just going to keep all our best players really. But it's looking okay for next season. Already an early signing in I'm not expecting many signings like last season. I don't want to really sell. I didn't want to sell last season, but we had to do. But it's just praying and hoping that we don't sell many this season as well. And then maybe, I think, have we got a highlight here? It's going to be their highlight. We're going to clear it. Ramsey with the ball. No, nothing. We may be. I don't think we are. But again, I've just been asked to select my team for the upcoming Confederation Cup. So we may be into the group stage of the Confederation Cup, which starts next season. We may be. I don't actually know. But don't count your chickens till they've hatched. But we might actually be. I don't know how it's worked. Kamgang has scored again. Of course he scored. He scores in every bloody game, doesn't he? He's Kamgang. He scores all the time. I realise when I put my arms out like that, you can't actually see my arms are lofted. So if you ever see my arms get cut off, they're in the air and I'm cheering. But Mon sort of finds Magby, who's done really well. New signing for us this season. Kamgang has slotted that past him. And we are 1-0 up. On the computer again, I'm sorry. It sounds like a jet taking off. I'm so sorry. Part of me wants to stop the whole series until it gets fixed, to be honest with you. Because I'm not proud of this noise and it's upsetting me really. I need to fix it. But I don't know anything about my computer, so I'm scared to touch it. Because I feel like by me cleaning it, I broke it for whatever I've done. I've fucked it up. So I'm scared to touch it again. Kamgang finds Fateh, who's had a great season. Fateh, he was on loan last season. Kalam, with his brand new contract, he knows he's going to be a first starter now. Has just scored. Walid Kalam, we're 2-0. We are definitely into the semi-final, and it's time to make some changes. Let's get some youngsters on. Let's get Marus on now. As that is a very good thing. I'm going to bring Kalam off on it as well, just because he's on the yellow card, and I don't fancy him getting sent off. To be honest, I don't want to get him sent off. So we're going to bring Marus on. It's not Marus, no, it's left hand side, isn't it? Sorry. We're going to bring Hamid off and Marus. Hamid's playing his last game for us now. And we're also going to make one more change, and that's going to be, I think, Sorbet on, Kamgang off. And Sorbet, he's not got many games since Kamgang has come in, and it's been hard for him because I can't drop Kamgang. I just can't drop him. But we made 3 substitutions around the 60th minute, and they should get a chance now to shine in what should be a victory for us. Hopefully, I probably jinxed it now, haven't I? I probably have jinxed it. But I'm looking forward to it. We've got Champions League next season. I've just been offered Oh, what a goal from Kamgang. What a goal. First time using the captain's handband officially, and he's absolutely smashed it. He was our vice captain, but he's just... These two here are going to be fantastic. If we can keep hold of these two, as long as Akososo doesn't get injured again, these two can be really, really dangerous in the Champions League. But I've just been offered... Well, I've not been offered, but there was talking about me having in the press the West Brom job, which I rejected immediately. And then I got offered an interview for a South Korean job. Don't score now. Is that new? Is a new player that's given a free kick away, penalty away? I think the 17-year-old has. It was Mahmoud Marus. He just gave a penalty away. Good start for 17-year-old. We won't get too mad because he's young. He's keeper saved it anyway, so we're okay. But I've just been offered a job in, I think it's Soliland, I think, in South Korea. I wasn't really interested in it until I noticed that they are rich. They're classed as rich in game, and I thought, ooh, but I thought, no, don't Ben. You just leave it. Just leave it. Stick to where you are. You finally got a very good team that can possibly next season win the Champions League, the African Champions League. So Zamalek, we are the White Knights. We are into the semi-final. We've wrapped the season up with still not lost again. I think that's 8 games we're not lost in now, so we're doing really well. And let's just. Something I don't normally do because there you go. Hamid has moved during that game. We've won the quarter-final. We're into the semis. Let me just talk the Cameroon up. Sometimes he moans when I talk to him, but look at this time he's gone with it. And another clean sheet. Well, that's good. We're doing well. I can't see the fingers of my microphone. Hamid has left us, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. What we don't normally do is going to actually go, because it was beginning, the episode was quite short. We're going to go through actually the key players. So who's actually the highest rating this season for us? I can't find average rating. There you go. And it is Kamgang, surprisingly. Played 19 games, 21 goals in all appearances, in all them appearances. Why can't I speak? Why can't I speak? An average rating of 7.55. He's not wanted. Hopefully he does not get wanted, because he is the special objective of our team. I do not want to lose him. We won't He's only played one game. We won't read much into that. Fateh, I'm not surprised, is our second best player of the season. Konya, well, as well, only been here 6 months. He's our third best, which is massive. Mustafa, another new signing, is our fourth. Syed, I'm not surprised, up there. Young defender, but really consistent. Really, again, come on really well in the 2 seasons I've been here. He's now valued at £300,000, 4-star ability, 15 caps for Egypt. Good centre back for us. Akasosu, who's hardly played games because he's been injured, is really well up there. Gafar, a youngster who's coming through again. Currently now 3.5-star apparently, and maybe I'll give him a few more games. He's coming on really well again with huge determination. Just with producing so many youngsters with massive determination. It's just huge. Magby, a new signing. Monsor, Marus, Sorbet. What a young side we have. If we just filter this by age, look at this. The majority of our players, look at it. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over the ages of 25 in our squad. We've built such a young side here, and sometimes I worry about it, but because they're so determined, it just works. And we've got a couple that still under 17, not even 18 yet, and it's just the future is really bright for us. I think Salal is actually going to go on loan this season, so for next season, so he won't be involved in this next season coming up. Which in fact, I think he needs a loan out. He's had a couple of games in the league for us and not really impressed that well when he's played. So I think a loan out will do him pretty well. Marus will probably get a chance over this season as backup, so he can maybe grow pretty well. But really happy with this. Really happy. I'm going to quickly go through the wage structure. I've kind of built something here for myself. Is that I don't want anybody over £6,000. So you can see for him, he's exactly on £6,000. That's why Hassan was released, because he wanted £10,000. Yes, we have Cam Gang on £9,000, and that is the only player. I'm gonna have one player over £6,000 while I'm here at this club, because the money's just not there. The money's not there, and we don't want to dip into the red again. This season, through sales and through good management, we've managed to float, and I'm hoping this season we do not have to sell mega money to keep ourselves in profit. I don't want to do that every season because it's not good. So that's my aim, to just keep everyone under £6,000. So that is what we're going to do. That's going to be a new wage structure at the club. Cam Gang definitely deserves to be above that. He is just a magnificent player. So hopefully that's a little bit of an insight to what I'm planning at the club. I think next week, well, we're definitely in the Champions League, so I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we have next season Confederation Cup. I don't know, because we did finish this season just gone, as you've seen. Well, in this season, because it's weird. We finished in the we finished in the final. Losses. Runners up to Wadi Degla, and the winners are supposed to qualify for the Confederation Cup. But Wadi Degla are in the Champions League, so maybe we're going to get it, but I'm not 100%. I don't think we are, personally. I think it's just asking me to tease. It did ask me to select my team for the upcoming game in the Confederation Cup, so who knows, but we'll find out together, I guess. So thank you for watching, guys. Cam Gang's been here 6 months. He's finished top leading goal scorer with 21 goals. What more can you ask for that? Look at the league table really quickly just to go through it. There you go. You can see we've finished a huge gap between us. We only lost 3 games, drawn 4 and won 27. It's just been fantastic. Only conceded 18 this season, drawing with Al-Alai. You can't ask for much more than that. Season preview, I think, was 3rd, so we've done really well. We had a fantastic season. Hopefully we can continue next season. We've got no one up there in the average rating. I thought Fateh might be there. He was up and down there, but he must have just, unfortunately, nose died a little bit. Clean sheets, actually second, with Hassan getting 17 clean sheets of the season, which is really good, seeing as we sold Traore in the summer. So that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. The computer's now gone quiet. Listen, it's now gone quiet. It's strange. It's then quiet. I don't know what to do with it. But thank you for watching, guys. Let's see what next season brings. I'm really happy. We're champions. We're in the semi-final of the Egyptian Cup. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know who we're going to get. I'm going to wrap it up now, and we'll find out in the next episode. So thank you for watching, guys. Take care.